Hello, beautiful. How are you today in the first days of 2026? Woohoo! An opportunity to reset our minds and kind of start fresh in a way. So, I want to talk about predictions that are being made about 2026 in astrology, numerology, and Chinese astrology. And I did a short about it, but I just love that idea that I shared so much that I decided to talk about it a little bit more. So, the year 2026 in numerology. Numerology, to see what the year is, you add the digits of the year. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10. And in traditional numerology, it goes from 1 to 9, and 10, you do 1 plus 0, which means that it's a year 1, which is new beginnings. But something that I heard that I have not heard anyone mention before is that it's actually a year 10, a year 1, but also a year 10. And there's an important interpretation with that year 10. And by the way, this comes from my friend Anna Sui, which is a lovely, lovely person that is online and has fabulous content. So, what she says is that in that number 10 as a year, there is an energetic binary code. The 101010, we know that is binary coding for creation. So she says that the year 10 is a year of creation. And the reason that the 0 is important, it's because 0 is infinity. And infinity is source. So the idea that year 10 is a year of creation becomes that it is a year of co-creation with source. And I find that really, really exciting. And also, the year in Chinese zodiac is the year of the fire horse. And fire is going to be the dominant element for the next 20 years. And fire is about passion and about transformation. It's about the heart and spirituality and compassion. And just as a little side note, when I heard that, I found it so interesting that when I made my last video about 2026, just the previous one from this one, I talked about the fact that 2026, if we wanted to make it, or what it was calling from us, is that we need to move from the mind to the heart, because the mind will not carry us forward. So when I heard her speak about the fire year being a year of the heart, the element for heart and spirituality and compassion, I thought, wow, like I say things kind of clumsily without any kind of learned knowledge behind them, but I'm often right on the mark of what other spiritual speakers speak of with the knowledge or channeling or whatever thing that it is that they have. So that was kind of interesting. And the horse is a symbol of movement, of forward motion. You know, you imagine the power of the horse. Like I'm always in awe with her when I've sat on one or just watching one, the muscles, the power, the presence. And I just picture like this galloping into our future from the heart and the passion from the fire and the co-creation with source as a year 10. And if we go back to numerology, last year, 2025, was a year 9. And a year 9 is considered a year of completion and a year of shedding. It was also the year of the snake in Chinese zodiac. So it's a year of shedding, of releasing, and of letting go of all the things that are not us, that are holding us back. And so moving from that, for all those of us who use 2025 consciously and intentionally, I know that I am one of those people. Boy, it was painful, but maybe very rewarding. And for those of us who really use 2025 to shed all that is not who we are, I see that 2026 being that year of co creation with Source, of forward movement, of passion, heart, and profound transformation. It means that we are going to have access to this from a place of authenticity. So it is our authentic self, our authentic destiny that is going to be propelled forward into 2026. And I'm sharing this not because I believe verbatim everything that is said in those predictions in astrology, numerology, or whatever, but because after so many difficult years in my case, and I know probably in your case as well, hearing this made me smile. It made me feel good. It made me hopeful. It shined promises in front of me. And one thing that I have learned, mostly for those of us, particularly for those of us who are very sensitive, empath, who feel the world so deeply on all its levels, is that this life on earth right now, gotta say it, it's a tough one. It's so hard on many of us. So when we find things that uplift us, that get those yummy juices squirting inside of us, that uplift our vibration, that make us feel like just happy feelings. I call those pockets of joy. And one of the keys to surviving and finding joy in this world is to seize the moment, seize those pockets of joy, and allow ourselves, wherever they come from. You can even meditate and imagine things that make you feel good just to get those feelings inside of you. So when we find things that uplift us, that bring us joy, that make us feel hopeful, that make us smile, we have to allow ourselves and practice, discipline ourselves, maybe. I don't like the word discipline, but practice to bask in them and to make them last as often as possible. Not as often, to make them last. See, I was thinking of the next thing I wanted to say and then I lost my words. That happens. But to make them last as long as possible, to stretch them in time. And when we do that, it can only benefit us because we know that how we feel, if we feel good, we see more good in the world. We project more things. We have clearer thoughts. We believe in goodness. And we create, if our minds and our thoughts create, we create better outcomes for ourselves. So that's why I decided to share this in a longer video. Because next year, feel it. You've used the last year to shed, and shedding can be painful because we're letting go of things that we identified with. And now 2026 is opening up. And it is a year of co creation with Source. And in traditional numerology, number one is a year of new beginnings. And it is a fire horse year, which means that it is from our heart. It's about transformation and spiritual transformation and passion. And it is happening on a galloping horse, propelling us forward. So hang on to that feeling for a bit. When you need it and when I need it, I'm going to watch this video again when I need to say, oh, yeah, right, there is that possibility. And I'm doing this, and it's already a few days into 2026. You know, the calendars were created out of the stars, out of the movement of the stars and all that. But the years, I think that a passage, right? It's a transition from one to the other. It doesn't happen in one day. The Chinese New Year, to acknowledge the year of the fire horse, starts on February 17th. So we are in that transition period. So we're not late. We didn't miss the boat. We didn't miss the horse. It's this moment where we can choose to ride that horse with hope, with glee, and with joy of feeling the wind on our face and this powerful horse carrying us forward, and just trusting that all the work that we've done, all the pain we felt, is actually what I want to say was actually good. No, we're actually at a point where we can move to other things, bigger and better things, and lighten our heart and live from our authentic selves. So, wanted to share those positive thoughts for 2026. And of course, I will invite you again to check out my book if you like my attitude of acknowledging the splendid mess of life. You're going to like my book because that's what I talk about. And it's in my voice, and it's like you will say, oh yeah, I can almost hear her speak, because I write in a conversational style. So hope you check it out and that you enjoy it if you get it. I love you. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.